20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. On 2nd down and 4. Murray, that's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Running from the gun, Johnson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check 52, check 3, check 3.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
11, 11. 27, Mike, 27.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic and get you scored on again.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
6 man. Check cross, check cross. Bang, 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 bang.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, screenplay, Johnson. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. They also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Oh, yeah.
From the 44, Murray. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Let's put that team on the bus. Joker, drop. Check 31, check 31. Check your hot read.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
13. Hey, dude.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go. What do you need? 6. 11.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get ready.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th. And this one is right down the middle. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, box truck, box truck. 58, the money. 58, the money. Danny. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right? 21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And this will be taken at the 13. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go, D. It's just me.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Here we go.
Hey, alert 3. Show it up.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
21. Hey, gun. Hey, high 7.
Here I come.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All day, defense, all day. 43's the mic.
43 is the mic. 21, 21.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Here we go.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
Here we go.
So
here we
after
go.
the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The kick by Gold is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Shit. Right slow. Travel. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the screen. Shut up.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Switch. 66, pull it, half. Flush. 56.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
61, matchbox, lights.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Lock.
43. Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
You get block me.
Now Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
the 49ers' 47-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Check 50.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane, and knock it away as we just saw there.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Cross.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
He'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is caught by Watkins. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Murray to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution.